Angel Reese was older, I would have gotten on her about what she just said. Because I would have been like, how naive can you be?
Angel Reese, who recently announced that she will dethrone Caitlin Clark as if she were a living legend, has the WNBA in a complete meltdown over her current comedy show. Someone who has been involved in fake ailments and sideline drama, not to mention her ongoing grievances regarding the league's compensation. To be honest, Angel's actions are beginning to appear blatantly irrational.
Angel Reese is a wonderful player, but she does not compare to what and who Caitlin Clark is when she's on the basketball.
It's genuinely amusing. How does Angel Reese believe she has what it takes to overtake Caitlin Clark, the player who sets records each season? Reese's only skill is making herself into a joke. Perhaps she is self-sabotaging get prizes. It appears that before she talks about taking over the WNBA, she should examine her reputation carefully. A coaching change won't make her the superstar she wants to be. Instead, she needs a significant shift in mindset.
And look, Angel Reese, there's nothing that she does.
If training with a top coach will suddenly turn her into a superstar ready to unseat Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese seems to believe that working with David Alexander, LeBron James' trainer, is her ticket to becoming the next big thing in women's basketball. Meanwhile, Reese is out here concentrating on nebulous things like perfecting movement patterns. Angel Clark has been raising the bar so high that it would take a rocket to even come close. Good luck with that. Clark is occupied with what truly counts, honing her shooting, enhancing her playmaking, and controlling the court. Although Reese may have had her time at LSU, believing she is on par with Clark is as absurd as saying you're releasing a Grammy-winning album after a brief shower and karaoke session. While Reese talks a lot about assuming the crown, Caitlin Clark is already out there rewriting the rules and redefining greatness. Of course, Angel tells us more about how you intend to dethrone a legend when you haven't even proven yourself. In the pros, Reese can call herself LSU royalty all she wants.
Me and Camilla, this is the most we've ever lost in our life. I only lost 7 games in my last 2 years at LSU. So, like, it's been hard for me. But adjusting and just kind of have that mindset of, like, just moving on has been something I try to get myself.
Angel, do you recall the 2023 NCAA championship? Let's go back in time. With that embarrassing taunt, Reese tried her hardest to grab Caitlin Clark's attention by flicking the "you can't see me" signal directly in Clark's face. Oh, it was a moment, but not for the reasons Reese would have hoped for. While Reese was busy performing WA-level antics, Clark was not playing for attention. Rather, she was making history. You really can't make this stuff up. The undisputed best player on the court easily outscored everyone, including Reese. Reese's big move was nothing more than a desperate attempt to gain relevance. A brief attempt to take center stage for 5 seconds.
No one like Caitlin Clark in the history of the WNBA.
Speaking of statistics, let's discuss Reese's WNBA debut. To put it mildly, it wasn't particularly noteworthy. Caitlin, in case anyone missed it, Reese was scoring 13.6 points per game, about 6 fewer than Clark, and Clark topped all rookies with 8. Clark, on the other hand, came in and lit up the league, averaging 19.2 points per game and dishing out assists like she had been playing in the WNBA for years. 4 assists in each match. Clark easily won the Rookie of the Year award while Reese was still learning how to get a consistent shot off. At this point, it wasn't even a contest. Reese was only a finalist, which is beginning to sound more like a participation trophy. Clark didn't just win. She entered the league and that she was prepared to dominate. And she's still out there trying to catch up.
About Rookie of the Year. Yeah. What is your stance on that?
So my whole thing was like, when I got drafted, number 7. So I'm like, cool. Like, the pressure is not even on me because I'm drafted 7, so the pressure shouldn't be up there. So I'm like, all right, cool. I can just hoop. So I don't know when like it started to just break out where I was just in Rookie of the Year conversations. I'm like, all right. Cool.
But hold on. Things will get even better. Reese's eccentric behavior has escalated into a full-fledged spectacle, and she signed a contract with Reebok for signature shoes. Yes, Reese, let's throw a party for that while Caitlin Clark is out here How revolutionary is a shoe contract for someone who hasn't even demonstrated that she can consistently deliver at the highest level? And yes, there are some racial undertones in the conversation, but the truth is that Rhea can talk all she wants. So this league might just highlight how far behind she is from Clark and how much more she needs to do to catch up. Wants to outperform Clark, but that's just empty rhetoric, and it won't help her in the professional basketball league. If she wants to compete with the greatest, she needs to have the talent to support it now. Reese's mouth is working harder than her game. She keeps making huge statements, but the problem is that she lacks the ability to make them come true. Clark has already shown that she is the real deal, while Rhea is still in the I'll get it mindset. You can't buy your way to the top. You can't just train with a top-tier trainer and expect to dethrone a legend overnight. It takes years of dedication, consistent effort, and most importantly, talent. Nevertheless, while Rhea is busy honing her general movement patterns, Clark is still out there putting in the work that counts. History each time she takes the court, so when Rhea claims she will overthrow Clark, let's just say that she will only be overthrowing her hold on reality. This unmatched league is a fantastic chance for Rhea to gain some recognition, but let's face it, it may also be the moment when her distance from Clark becomes even more glaringly apparent. Talking about assuming control is simple when you're not facing any genuine competition. But when you do, competition is when things get difficult, and Rhea is now well below Clark's level. If she doesn't improve and quit acting like she's already there, she will only be a footnote in Clark's trip rather than the one to overthrow him.